Hello and welcome, brothers, to this Warhammer 40,000. Might be a Warhammer Wednesday. I might have uploaded it prematurely because I'm just so excited about it, or for the hobby in general. So swooping in is this box set. This is the Space Marine Vanguard Veteran Squad. It's their new part of their new range. Just move the light out of the way slightly. That didn't really help at all, did it? But oh well. It's out of their new range. I can't really get the lighting right, I'm afraid. This lamp is a bit, well. Anyway, I hope you can bear with it. It's one of their new box sets from their new Space Marine range. Well, it's not really a new range, is it? It's just a new release. So I'm not sure how popular Vanguard were. I think they were quite popular in a way. The way people use them with their I've forgotten what the rule is already, because I'm thinking about so many other things. But essentially they could swoop in at the last moment and assault, which was pretty good because they could swoop in your turn, kind of deep strike, and then they could assault after they've deep striked. And that was quite rare. Normally, if you deep strike or you disembark or whatever, you can only normally fire. You can't assault as well. But these guys had that. I think in the new codex that's changed slightly. But I'd go check out the rules about that. So I'm going to unbox this and kind of review it. In part 2, I'll show you them all glued and finished. Not painted, but glued at least. Just because if I did that, I don't think, I'm such a slow painter that I just don't think I could glue and paint them all within a few days. I really couldn't. This is just a hobby. This is not full time. I don't do this full time or anything. So I don't do paint requests or anything like that. So I'm just a slow painter as well, and a bit of a perfectionist like that. But anyway, I'm going to open this box set up after we look at the back. I think these guys are Raven Guard, hence the Raven or whatnot. This dude here has got his Thunderhammer Storm Shield, a dual pair of Lightning Claws, Power Fist and a Plasma Pistol. He's got, looks like Bolt Pistol the other side, and then he's got his Power Axe, and then this guy's also is just copying his brother over there with the dual Power Claws, or dual Lightning Claws, sorry. Let's open this one up. Right, throw that away. We've got the transfer sheet as usual. Reminds me of rice paper, if ever you remember rice paper. I don't think it has any calorific value, but bases, good news, we have 5. And the instruction manual, how to build a Space Marine. So, you got all the nice pages with the how to build them, with the numbers that correspond to the numbers on the sprues. A little bit of a, I wouldn't call myself a pro, more of a veteran, so I just don't even look at that. I just get all the pieces, well, most of the pieces out, and just guess. Educated guess, of course, but it seems to work for me. If you are really new to the hobby, then by all means definitely go through the numbers and the instruction book. But I find half the fun of building these is trying to work out how to put them together, if you understand what I'm talking about. So on this sprue, there are 2 sprues. Sorry, I was babbling on. And on this sprue, you've got 4 Lightning Claws and a Power Fist, an ornate looking Bolt Pistol, another one, 3 more, so there's your 5 Bolt Pistols. You've got a really nice Power Sword, Really nice, really long. Yeah, I like that one. You've got another power sword with a guard on it. That looks pretty beefy, that one. A couple of chainswords there. I like that one with the scroll, and that one with 4 skulls on it. Don't know, hopefully you can see this. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs. Well, they're not 5 packs actually. They're there's 3 of half of a jump pack, and then there's 2 of the other side, you know, the proper back of it. Seems to me here you've got 8 shoulder pads or pauldrons, whatever you want to call them, and you've got a power axe, and you've got 5 chest pieces. I like these chest pieces, the newer ones with there's an Aquila, some nice skulls. Again with the skulls, why? And you've got these 2 funky leaping Space Marine legs. You've got 4 thunder shields here. These 2 are the same, and then these 2 are different. You got a collection of grenades, frag and crack combination, which is, I think, that's what they come with anyway, their war gear. And what haven't I mentioned? Grav-pistol hiding there on the sprue, and there's a head hiding there. Oh, it's quite a nice head, that. So that's sprue 1. I'm going to move it out of the camera because otherwise it kind of confuses things. So sprue number 2, you got your other 3 legs. You got 4 more lightning claws. So let's do the math here. That's 8 lightning claws in total. So you can have 4 guys with lightning claws. I don't know whether you can in terms of the war gear, but you've definitely got that option to create that. You've got the 3 rear parts of the jump packs and the 2 closer to the back, the other halves of the jump packs. You've got 3 chainswords here. Again, they're different than the ones on the other sprues. This one's got kind of like an ornate pattern. This one's got like a skull and a skull with wings. You've got the backs of the chest pieces, or the other half of the torsos, if you will. You've got a lot of heads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7 over here. That dude is pretty funky, and he's just normal. He's horny, leafy, sneezy. No, I'm just kidding. The Corvus one's pretty decent with the skull and the wreath, if you want to call it, around there. And you've got its hammer time, 4 thunder hammers and a melter bomb for good measure. If you can't can open, or crack open a tank with 4 thunder hammers and a melter bomb, you must be doing something wrong. Shoulder pads again, 8. I think I mentioned that at the start, didn't I, for this sprue? So yeah, again, you get 16 shoulder pads or pauldrons in a box set that you can make 5 Space Marines. So it definitely gives you a lot of options. Again, with this, with the legs issue and the jump pack issue, if they sold jump packs and legs separately, you could make a lot more models. You really could, because you get the 4 thunder hammers, you get the sword, you get 6 chainswords. I mean, come on, 6 chainswords. Well, you kind of get 5 and a power sword type thing here, and then you get the long power sword over there. But you get what I mean. You get the 8 lightning claws, or 4 sets of 2. you get the 4 thunder hammers, you get all of those chain swords and the power swords, you get all of those shoulder pads and pauldrons, you get the storm shields as well, you get the pistols, all the bolt pistols and the plasma pistol and things like that. If they made more legs and more jump packs, there you go. I've got so many veterans already, so it's probably not even worth me just converting more normal Marines. But I'm pretty sure if you just bought a bog standard box of assault Marines, you could have more options. But I'm not sure how much a normal box of assault Marines are. If they're £18 or £20, well, I'd pay another £5 to get all of these extra bits again, because that's how much this box set is. It is £25, which I think is more. It's a better price than the Stern Guard, but the Stern Guard, you do get so many assault weapons and things. And of course, if you were trying to get 10 Vanguard Marines with the jump packs, you can't really do that with this if you get another tactical squad, because you need all those jump packs, if you see what I'm talking about. And also it might look a little bit funny kit bashing it with just normal Space Marine legs, but I suppose you could do it, but it's just the jump pack issue. Whereas the Stern Guard, you can definitely do it if you buy another tactical squad. Anyway, I've rambled on for far too long. What I'm going to do is build these. Go ahead, beaver away, build these, and you'll see these completed, just built in part 2, and I'll give you my overall kind of review and what I like about them, what I don't, things like that. Join me in part 2. Hello and welcome to part 2. Here I have the finished item, the finished product. Here are the 5 Vanguard Veterans. These are the poses I've put them in. And I'll talk about the poses I've put them in and the reason behind them. So this is the Sergeant, or Veteran Sergeant. I've equipped him with this cool looking kind of knight helmet. One point to mention is these grenades that all the Vanguard Veterans come with on the sprue. They work really well with these models, and they're some of the best grenades I've seen on a sprue that actually complement the miniatures themselves. So I thought that's a bit of a pro tip, I suppose. Anyway, I've equipped him with a grav-pistol. I'm just getting the feel of these new grav weapons, so I thought I'd equip most of the new models with them. And a relic blade, or a power sword, whichever you want to use it as, and a nice eagle jetpack. I like these arches, these kind of gothic arches and eagles on the armour. Plenty of purity seals. So that's the Sergeant, or Veteran Sergeant. I've equipped two of them with thunder hammers and storm shields. This Space Marine, he's covering his face, most of his body with that little storm shield, and he's got his hammer at the ready. I like this hammer. You only get one of these hammers, but I like this hammer more than the rest that you get. And so that's this Vanguard. Another one. He's a bit open, but I assume he's either he's parried or whatever you would call it, and so he's moved his shield away from his body, and he's about to smash this hammer down on a foe. It's an okay pose. Again, notice the grenades, and it's got this kind of spiky helmet going on. So 2 thunder hammer and storm shield Vanguards, and then 2 lightning claw equipped Vanguards with the Corvus helmet, or the beaky helmet, again with grenades that work well. He's literally just picking where to go next while he's off that way. This one is probably the worst pose out of all of them, in my opinion, that I've made. I had a different lightning claw on there, and I couldn't really work out where to go with him, whether to have his head facing this way. I wanted to keep his head pointing in the right direction of his lightning claw, but the other lightning claw was kind of an underarm one, if you understand what I'm talking about, and that didn't really work for this pose either. But nonetheless, I equipped him with that, and the helmet's quite decent too. So that's the new Space Marine Vanguard Veteran set. You have enough parts to make 5, and the reason why I chose them and in those poses with that weapon loadout is because what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy, and this is another pro tip, I'm going to buy either a Death Company box set, which come with 5 jump packs in there, and they come with nice legs for miniatures, I suppose. Or I might just get a normal Assault Marine squad, but for the money you get a little bit more detail in things if you get a Death Company box set, and I think that they're about the same price. I think they are, so I'll probably do that, and then my plan is to use the spare bits. So going back to why I've equipped them with these weapons and these poses is mainly because I've already got a squad of 5 Vanguards with mainly bolt pistols and chainswords. So this gives me options of having some of those in this and largening the squad, or just having 1 or 2 of these in the other squad. So it's all about options, and it adds more reinforcements to my overall Space Marine army anyway. So that's the reason, and they look cool. I think these ones look a lot cooler than any of the chainsword and bolt pistol equipped ones. To me, it just seems a little bit less, a little bit less of an impact if you're gonna spend the points and get Vanguard only to equip them with what normal Assault Marines come with. Anyway, I don't want to spend too long blabbing on. So these are the spare bits you get. This is like a feature I like to do. If the model is a different size, like it's really small or a bit bigger than normal, then what I'd like to do also is do a size comparison. But these are essentially the same size as normal Space Marines. So for these kind of models, I'm not going to do many size comparisons. I might do it for other races, because they are all different sizes, aren't they? But for Space Marines, didn't feel I needed to do a size comparison. So these are all the bits you get spare. As you can see, you get plenty of chainswords. You get 5 normal chainswords, but they're all unique. They're all slightly different with different patterns on. You even get this cool power sword. At a push, you could say that that's just a normal close combat weapon in a similar way as a chainsword. You get a fair few helmets left, or heads. I really like this one, this Corvus one with the lens. I know it's not picking it up very well, but anyway. You get, I think, 6 unique shoulder pads spare, so those you can distribute evenly. You get 4 lightning claws spare, 2 thunder hammers and storm shields spare, a power fist. You get 5 bolt pistols. I think one of them would have been the veteran sergeant's or sergeant's bolt pistol. You get this plasma pistol, which is pretty cool, with the skull and the wing on, and you get a melter bomb and a power axe, and you get a couple of arms. But that is all the spare bits. As you can tell, you get a lot less spare bits with this set than the Stern Guard set. A lot less, but you get, the difference is obviously with these you get they're mainly the close combat options. As you can see, you've got 6 close combat chainsword weapons, and then you've got 4, 5, 6 other kind of like power weapons, no save kind of weapons as well. So again, my what I would recommend is either buy, if you haven't got Blood Angels or a successor chapter of Blood Angels, probably not worth buying the Death Company box set unless you want to this is to kit bash, by the way, to either cut the blood bits off or the Blood Angels iconography. You'd probably be better off just buying the normal Assault Marine squad for, I think, about £20, and then that allows you to use all of these power weapons to bump up another squad, and then in a way it then saves you £5. Instead of buying another one of these, you just save £5, and then you can use what's left of here. But I really like this box set. I think it's okay priced because it gives you a lot of options there. You can have them all in with lightning claws and storm shields and thunder hammers if you wish. £25 is not too bad for 5 models with that many options. That's really all I've got to say about them. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you for watching today. The Emperor protects.